my friends and welcome. My name is Dennis and today I'm gonna show you the cockpit, the brief review of the cockpit of ATR72-600 aircraft, the aircraft that I am flying in Garuda Indonesia Airlines. So I'm now at Balikpapan. I finished my flying. Today it was just 2 flights and now it's 7 p.m. so I decided to stay, and later on I'll take the taxi to the hotel. And yeah, here we are. This is a terminal building. You can see the Airbus there refueling, the CityLink company. There is Garuda Indonesia Airbus 330, very nice big aircraft. And let's start our review. So here we are at the captain's seat. You can see flight instruments, you can see overhead panel. So this overhead panel, glare shield, front desk, pedestal, everything like in every modern aircraft. Here is the first officer side, control column like in Boeing, not like side stick in Airbus, but here we have the control wheel like in 737, like in Boeing style controls. Actually these controls connected directly to your airfoils, to your control surfaces, with no hydraulic, no boosters, nothing. So direct linkage. Here we go. Let's start from the overhead panel. This is a circuit breakers. This is from overhead panel all major systems that needs the quick access. So from the back side of the first officer seat, I will not put it, you have circuit breakers for every other system. Here is emergency equipment, the fire extinguisher, the fire X, and yeah, that's all. Let's continue from overhead panel. This is fire extinguishers for your engines. Engine fire, you can see this is fire initiator. You can test it actually. You have the fire, you will have this annunciator, this alarm for the fire. Very nice. This is flight multifunction computer. This landing gear indication. Actually we have 2 landing gear indication here. This is a secondary and this is a primary one. So like this, primary and secondary. This is the doors, and also in modern aircraft like the ATR, you can see the systems on your multifunction display. For example, here you can see your doors are open because it's color amber. If it will be green, it means that the doors are closed. The breathe valves fault means it's not working. So you can see all fault lights here. The doors you can see here. So this is a fuel system. Also you can see the fuel system in multifunctional display here. You have feed valve pressure. So if I turn the pump here, so I'll turn the pump here, you can see the indication is changing, the fuel flow starts, and you have your fuel and run pump is running, electrical pump is running. And you can see the same here. So no problem with indication, you have everything in this aircraft. So this is a fuel system. This is some calls of flight attendant, mechanic, cell code is for high frequency identification. Wipers, this is the wipers there. Every selector, this is for left wiper, this is for right wiper. This is all electrical system. Electrical system you also can see here. This is a wild system. This is a DC-AC system. Oh, this is DC-AC. So this is the primary electrical for this aircraft. The primary type of the electricity is DC, direct current. So and it's transferred to inverter, and then it becomes alternate current. And this also alternate current here, we have AC wild because the frequency cannot be controlled by special controllers, frequency controllers. So This is basically used for hydraulic and for anti-icing. So I have electrical system, engine start, lights. By the way, we need to put the navigation lights on. Hydraulic, AC valve. This is the prop heating, windshield heating, anti-icing system, de-icing system. And this is avionics, ventilation, air conditioning system, and pressurization. Actually, your pressurization system controls here, but supplies via bleed valves. This bleed from engines, and that's okay for the overhead panel. So all the systems you have it on overhead panel. Actually, this overhead panel is very nice, very good indication. If something falls, you can see directly that it's fault. You can cross-check your multifunctional display. So very, very good. If you compare this overhead panel with the 737 Classic or NG panel, I will put it right now as a photo. Now you can see it's very, very old compared to ATR. Now you can see the ATR overhead panel. So I think it's much more modern than a Boeing panel. Of course, the Boeing wants to produce a new MAX version, and I think they will change the overhead panel for sure. So let's go. This is the FGCP, Flight Guidance Control Panel. So you just put the automatic control system here, the flight directors, so you can have lateral modes here, vertical modes here, the autopilot, yaw damper, course pointers, heading select, everything, altitude select. So everything could be controlled with this panel on your automatic flight control system. So let's go down. Okay, this is a master caution that we have fuel low pressure. So let's go down to the main instruments. The main reason why I like the ATR is because of these instruments. This is the primary flight display. You can see the airplane symbols, so this artificial horizon and its attitude indicator. You can see the pitch scale, you can see the bank scale here, the radio altimeter here, the speed tape, the altitude tape, and the vertical speed indication here. The lower part is like navigation, some HSI, like HSI type, also in the old version of 500. It was also the same, the EDI here, the HSI is here. So we have VOR here, all the navigation here. You can put the satellite navigation or plane navigation for VOR or ILS. Very good instrument, very nice. You have a lot of things here, a lot of information. The vertical part is FMA, it's flight mode administrator. So if you fly like heading, I select the heading. You see you fly with heading select, and you can rotate your knob. This is a heading knob. You see, this is called the flight directors, this cross. If I rotate, it shows where to fly. So if I want to fly with heading to the north, here the heading to the north 360, I need to turn the aircraft to the right to follow this flight director. And also I can cross-check this information and navigation display. Very nice. But I like more the multifunctional display. I really enjoy it. This one is very, very nice. But this is very sophisticated thing, because you can put like now all information you need. This is virtual control panel. This is bottom side. This is a memo panel like in 500, but it's now it's like not artificial, but it's also like a virtual control panel display. So we have all the systems, like electrical system, like engines. You have a lot of information here. So you have doors and air conditioning here. This is a cabin pressurization. All the information you need. This is a hydraulic system and AC valve system. Very nice, very good instruments. And if something exceeds the parameters, you can see it's amber now. This window is amber. So if it's exceeds to the red limit, like here, it becomes red. So everything is good. And here you can also put the navigation, like here. You can put the ILS frequency, VR frequency, everything. ADF frequency, you can put the weather radar here, you can put the traffic, the TCAS above normal, below or none, so you can put all the information in the screen. Where you can put it? You can put it in navigation. This is a navigation. So we are now at Whiskey Alpha Lima Lima, it's Balikpapan, and yeah, you can see the all information here. You can put the terrain, we just put now the terrain. You can see the terrain over here. So this is a sea, this is some high terrain colored with red. You can see the minimum safe altitude over here. So very nice instrument. This is a standby instrument, also good. You can put the VR frequency here, VHF 1 from first station. You can follow the glide slope here, you can follow the VR here, localizer, no problem. No, also the speed tape, altitude tape, you can put the QNH. Very good instrument. This power management selector for engine control, pitch for pitch control for your blades, anti-ice, pusher, APM, so all the system manual. This is also nice thing. It's engine warning display. And you can see it divided into several parts. So here we got the trim information, here we got the flaps position. This is called, let's later. This is the engine parameters. Main parameter for pilot here is a torque. Then we have NP, it's propellers RPM. Here we have ITT, indicated turbine temperature. So we have the maximum limits like in 500 also, but now it's virtual, all in display. And we got the total air temperature and the static air temperature. So now it's outside temperature is plus 29 degrees. There's the flight parameters, some time, fuel on board. You can see the fuel here. And this is basically what I like the ATR 600. First of all is this. If something wrong, like feed low pressure, you will have the alert window here. So this alert window, and you have procedure window here. So what to do? So basically, if you put like, if you have feed low pressure here, you go to feed low pressure, and you have every action here. What to do? Pump affected side, confirm on. Well, it's not on, we need to select it on. Okay, pump affected side, confirm, on, confirm. Affecting engine, monitor for possible rundown. If engine runs down or fuel quantity decreases significantly, you have two choices. If engine runs down or normal operation. Let's be normal operation. That's all, procedure completed. So all the actions, emergency, abnormal and normal, you have in this procedure window. It's very nice, very good. Okay, I'll select the pump off. So very nice displays here, display units. That's why I like ATR 600, 72-600 and 42-600 more compared to 500 version, because you have a lot of information here that helps you to fly. In case you lost in emergency situation, I don't know how it would happen, but in case you're lost, you can see here what to do. Even if in very rush, very emergency situation, you forgot your memory items, you can see it here. So it's like you don't need to, of course you need a QRH for some tables, for some reference, like this QRH, but you have everything in front of you, so you will never forget what to do. You just do this procedure window, and it's step by step. And I think it's very, very, very safe compared to 500 version. And yeah, let's go, let's continue. This is landing gear indication exactly the same as 500, auto pressure exactly the same as 500, and these two are multifunction control unit, MCDU, yeah, multifunction control display units. From here you can do a lot of things. So you can put the flight plan, for example. The flight plan here we can activate. Okay, execute, and yeah, it becomes active green. You have different colors compared to 500 version. It's kind of different one with 500, so you need a lot of time to study it and to operate it, to get used to it. So, but it's quite better than in 500. Trust me, it's much better. And also it has a lot of functions, like for example you can put the navigation frequency here, like for VHF frequency, navigation frequency here. You don't need to go to this panel to multifunctional display. This is a weather radar control. You can put the weather radar all here except terrain. This panel is MCP. I know that in Boeing 737 this panel is MCP, but in our case it's FGCP. So this is MCP actually, multifunctional control panel. So you control from this panel, this virtual control panel, you all control from this panel. From this panel is surface control panel. You control your multifunctional display like this. You have a lot of stuff from here. This is for range, for navigation. And actually this is a pedestal. This is your parking brake. Parking brake is off. The technician put it off. The gas lock, the power levers, condition levers for propellers, flaps. Everything is very plain. Idle gate, emergency auto cancel, takeoff configuration test. And this is all panels for these two screens. And this panel for audio control. This is streamer selectors, ATPCS test. So everything, it looks like a really complicated. If you see all the slides here, a lot of lights, but trust me, this aircraft is very simple to fly. By the way, this oxygen mask, nozzle steering, this is maintenance panel. Basically it's used for the maintenance personnel. I usually check all the voltage amperage here, so we have no external power, which is quite okay. 28 volts, quite good. So this aircraft also maintenance panel from the other side. This aircraft is very modern. I would say this aircraft is the most modern from all turboprop airplanes, and I really appreciate that Garuda got this aircraft just from the factory, just from France, Toulouse, because this aircraft is produced in France, because it's Airbus technology. If you see this, I hope you can see the name of the production of these screens in Thales. So the same screens are installed in Airbus 380, so it's much bigger than in Airbus 320. You can see a lot on the screens, so it's very nice, very good airplane. So my friends, it was a short review of this cockpit of one of the best turboprop state-of-the-art airplanes in the world, the ATR72-600, which I fly in one of the best airlines in the world, Garuda, Indonesia. So I really enjoy flying here. Now share this video, like it if you like, and have a good time.